Day 6, we were back on bricklaying. Great. It was Wednesday the 16th, and we thought we had done our bit of bricklaying. We thought we were going to change every day, do something else, but no. So anyway, we're back on bricks, and it was hot. I wasn't actually laying bricks that day. I was a brickies labourer. So I was running around getting sand. I bring it back over. I was going getting bricks, bringing it back over. I was mixing the mud, and I was cutting half bricks, and those were pretty much my jobs all day. I was just rotating between them, doing whatever they needed me to do, handing them bricks, all that. Actually, it wasn't too hard. It was just really hot. Like, the workload isn't hard. It's just so hot. I remember when we were there, Dave McDonald was speaking to the foreman who was there, Cambodian guy, and he was trying to figure out where we need to put things. Like, there was a doorway which was going somewhere, and he needed to know where it was going, and this guy just didn't know the answer. And he's the foreman. It was a window. We were asking where a window was, and this guy just had no idea. And Dave was getting so frustrated. He's like, "How do you not know? You're the foreman." Anyway, so Cambodia. The good part about it was a half day. So we finished up early around 12:31, and then half of the group went onto the killing fields. The half that hadn't been, I'd already been. So I went back to the hotel, had a quick shower, and then we went to the Russian markets. And the Russian markets was awesome. It was less touristy than, well, I felt less touristy than central markets. Like, you go in there and you could tell it's where Cambodians actually shop. Like, there were bits of cars, like parts for suspension, parts for exhaust, brake kits, all that just laying around. And there was a part which was like pretty much the Bunnings of Cambodia. It even smelled like Bunnings. I said it to the boys. It smells like Bunnings. Like, yeah, it does. Anyway, and while we were in the markets, we had the best street food in the world. We had these little pancakes, which were filled with some form of green, spinach or whatever it was. I don't think it was spinach. Savoury pancakes, fried, and then they put them in this broth. Broth was beautiful. And then on top of that, we had this chili paste, which you could put on. And I thought, yeah, I have heaps of chili at home. It won't be that hot. So I put a good load of it on. And boy, oh boy, did I underestimate that thing. Like, I paid for it the next day when I was on the toilet. I was crapping like crazy. Ring of fire. Anyway, enough of that. That street food was awesome. What did I buy at the markets? I bought this. Bought my lighter. It's pretty cool. It says, "Death is my business, and business has been good." It's very boss. It's from I think it's a replica from the wall. I don't think it's actually from the wall. Anyway, got that. Anyway, then that was pretty much the end of the markets. Bought a few gifts, and then we went back to the hotel, and we had a traditional dinner with everyone. We got all together outside, had this banquet dinner, which it was alright. And that's pretty much the end of that day, day 6. Next we have day 7. Once again, we were on the bricks. But it wasn't so crap, because as soon as we got off the bus, in that little village, we went and we bought a tarp. Smart. And then we got on the ferry, went straight over, set up the tarp straight away, and it was so much better. I mean, just having a bit of shade was a bit of relief. Oh, it was great. And to make things even better, there was a breeze going for once. I mean, every other day was absolutely dead still. At least we had a breeze for once. It was so good. Billy and I built a wall up pretty well. We got about 3/4 of the way through this wall, and at the bottom of the wall a bit wavy, but by the end of it was straight. We got pretty good. So yeah, we built that up together as a team. We worked well. What else did we do? Played soccer with the kids. That was fun. And then after working all day in the shade, we went back to the hotel. After we got off the bus, straight to same, chicken locks. We didn't even go inside and have a shower. We were all stinky and dirty, and no one cared, because chicken lock is chicken lock. And same's awesome. Like, from the first time we went there was only a few of us. I don't even think I wasn't one of the first people to go there. There was James and a few of the other boys, they went before. I think we came the second day and went there. And the next day there was someone else, and the next day there was more people. And this little group that went to same kept growing and growing each day. It was cool. And then from there we went back to the hotel, had a quick swim, then got changed and went back to same. By this time everyone was there. It was mad. It was like a big group gathering. And then from same we ended up moving the group onto the rooftop bar, which was mad. Played pool, played darts, beat Jimbo in darts, beat Silver in pool. So yeah, I was winning. And then we just went back to the hotel rooms, watched some Archer and crashed. And that's pretty much it. That's the end of day 7. The 8th day. Day 8. I was kind of sad to be going there for the last time. But at the same time, it was a hard working week. Like, we were buggered by the end of the week. But it was sad that it was the last day. So Billy and I finished our war. We were pretty stoked. We finished it pretty quickly. And then there wasn't really much else to do. Like, we just ended up mixing mud for the others for the rest of the day, cutting half bricks. Some of the kids came over to have a look at the build, and we ended up playing soccer with them. I was playing soccer with the kids. Dave McDonald saw, he looked down, he came over and started playing. Sure enough, Dave kicked the ball over the fence, hit some barbed wire, and it popped. Classic Dave. Anyway, that was fun. We ended up going for a site walk and having a look at what all the teams had done, all the progress everyone had done. Most teams finished huts, really. Most teams that started huts finished them. And yeah, it was good to see the little difference which we could make in this community. So when we were done with the site walk, which it started pouring rain on top of us mid-walk, and this wasn't normal rain. Like, in Cambodia, when it rains normally, it rains for like 2 minutes, crazy rain, and then it just stops, or 10 minutes crazy rain and then it stops. This just kept raining for like an hour or more. So yeah, it was really thick, heavy rain. Midway through our site walk it started. We finished our site walk, got back on the SS floating piece of crap for the last time, and went across, and then caught the bus home for the last time. Or not home, back to Himawari. And then once we got there, we didn't even bother having showers, we just went straight in the pool. I know you're not meant to do that, but we did, because yeah, we could. So we went straight in the pool, chilled for a while, and then we went off to dinner. Off to dinner with Mr. Paul, and that was quite an eventful night. You're greeted with all this alcohol, Absolute vodka and some other like aged whiskey. Mr. Paul just came around, started pouring for everyone, started laughing, having a good time. The food and alcohol just kept coming. I spotted Mr. Paul speaking with Michael and he pulled out a big fat wad of cash, and then he pulled out 2 more. I was like, whoa, that's ridiculous. Like, I knew this guy was well off, but he just carries around these wads of cash. So anyway, later on I went up to him and asked him, could I have a photo? And sure enough, let me have a photo. He didn't even care. He was looking away, speaking to other people while I was there posing with 15k in my hand. So yeah, had a great night. Ate heaps, drank heaps, and then it was time to leave. We got in the bus and we went on to Pontoon. And from then on, the night becomes pretty much a blur and I don't remember much. But I'm sure I had fun, I'm sure everyone else had fun, and yeah, that was a good way to end the week. So we woke up late, standard, after a big night. It was like 12 o'clock, checkout was, I think, at 12 o'clock. Caught a Jetstar plane out of there at around 1ish. Stopped over at Singapore. Had a quick bite to eat with Zach and Sarah and then said bye, and then it was straight onto a Qantas plane alone, and this flight was crap. I mean, like, the guy next to me absolutely stank, and there was a baby crying in front of me. Couldn't have been a worse flight. But even though I had all those bad conditions, whatever, on the plane, I had time to think and reflect on the journey and just realise what a good time I had. Like, it was awesome. I went into this thinking that it was going to be so sad and I'd be depressed seeing how poor people are, but as poor as people are there, they're still happy. Like, you smile at someone and they smile back. It's not like in Sydney where people, you smile at them and they give you a dirty, they think, what's wrong with this guy? Why is he smiling at me? He smiled at someone there, and they smile back. They wave. Hello, hello, hello. You don't know how many times we heard hello and saw a little wave from a little Cambodian bloke. I noticed it was weird when you go there and you see there's the poorest of the poor riding bikes, and then next to these poor people running scooters and bikes, there's people in Range Rovers, and that's the majority of the car you see. It's either people ride scooters or they drive Range Rovers. There's nothing in between. And yeah, that was just weird to see. It was good to see Cambodia's past. It was good to have that time where I went to the killing fields and learn about the history. Like I knew about it. I did it for the assignment that we did before we left. But actually seeing it firsthand really shows you just how bad it was. I didn't think it was truly that bad, but like from that killing tree and seeing the mass graves, it was just horrific. But the people, like I said, all the people there were just so nice, even though they have nothing. And it's weird. It's hard to explain. Like, the people there are so happy with nothing, but the second they see money, they want it. Like some of the kids on the islands, I got these cool little bracelets from the kids on the last day, and then I went to give the kids some money to say thank you. And as soon as I pulled out my wallet, I was swarmed by like 7 or 8 other kids and adults. There was just 2 kids in front of me first, giving me these bracelets, and then I was just swarmed. Sir, I need money, sir, you give money to me. Sir, I have no money for school, brother, you give me money, sir, bro. It's weird, like 2 seconds ago I was playing soccer with these kids, laughing, having fun, throwing them around, and then the next second, they're begging from you. Like, they're rich in the fact that they don't need money to be happy, but then they're poor in the fact that as soon as they see money, they need it. If that makes sense, I don't know. It makes sense to me. It's hard to explain. Anyway, so yeah, that was one of the things that was hard to get my head around of Cambodia. But all in all, it was a great trip, and I'd like to thank the uni for putting it on and keeping it going. I'd like to thank the supervisors, Michael and my team supervisor, Dave McDonald, great guy. And yeah, just everyone that came along on the trip and made it what it was. Like, that was one of the best weeks of my life. I learnt so much, had such a great time, and I just came out of it a lot happier than I thought I would. And yeah, that was my week. That's my reflection. I hope it's up to standard. I hope you've learnt a bit of... Well, I don't really hope you learnt, because there's nothing to learn. I hope you gained an insight of the week that I had. And yeah, see y'all at uni. Oh, wait a sec. I forgot. Day 10. Day 10 was the day I arrived back. Day 10 home. Forgot to speak about that. It's not really much to speak about. Just landed in Sydney. My Beats, that's the day my Beats broke, my headphones. They lasted me the whole plane trip. As soon as I get home, took them off, broke them. Anyway, home, not much to speak about. That's it. See ya.